Good afternoon, everyone. Jenna, your volume. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Aki.
Okay, we are starting in a few minutes. So 5 minutes, we are waiting for the other guys to join. I hope 5 minutes, in 5 minutes time, we are going to start. Thank you. Good afternoon once more. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
Yes, okay.
Okay. My name is Agnes from the Directorate of Virtual and Blended Learning. I welcome you to this training and would request, let's put our mics off. Our mics off, not unless you're leading us with the word of prayer. I'm going to call on Alogita. I can see your camera is on. Please enable your mic and lead us with the word of prayer. Alogita, your mic is off. Alogita.
Okay, let's pray. Thank you, Lord Almighty, the creator of the glittering nature, for making all of us reach this. Father, it is a good afternoon that we've gathered to our class so that the lecturer will take us through all the process. Guide us and give also the knowledge and also the power so that as we start, you will be with us till the end. We pray that shortly through Christ our Lord. Amen.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected. Welcome once more for today in today's session where we've been doing these trainings since the beginning of the month. Since you started your registration, welcome. I believe we have the new students only. Do we have any continuing student on board? Any continuing student? New students only. Penina continuing?
Yes.
Okay. Farida as well. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
So feel most welcome, and especially the new students. We begin by showing you how to learn online because this trimester of from last semester we began or we implemented blended learning. Not only the distance learners who are on board, we are having our full-timers and part-timers studying online. You go to face-to-face class and you have an advantage of going to the system, getting all your content there, and also assignments, signing of class attendance, and any other class that you are required to do online in real time. I want to recognize the presence of my boss, Madam Jenu John, our director. Done? Done.
Yeah, unfortunately, Janu is not in the class.
Okay. Maybe you can. We have Daniel
Yeah,
Muimi, our system administrator. He'll be representing our Madam Director. Welcome, Daniel.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really nice to see you on in this session. I'd like to welcome the new students to KEMU. Feel at most welcome. It's going to be a very exciting experience for you between now and the time that you graduate. For continuing students, you know how we do things, but it's also nice to see you in this session because it means that some of you have questions that you want clarified, and we are going to do that in this session. As Agnes has mentioned, my name is Daniel Muimi. I am the e-learning administrator at the DVBL. I mostly handle, the back end of the system. So most times we might not meet online, and it's a very exciting time to actually be able to speak to you here. Our director is currently in a small meeting, a small session, but she will be joining us shortly. As we go on, I'd like to encourage each one of you to be as participative as possible. However, let's have a bit of order. So if you have any questions, you just raise them on the chat. And we'll be able to pick them up. You can also raise your hand, as I can see Frida has done, and then the moderator at the time will be able either to pick up a question or address it at the end of the session. Once again, feel very much welcome. I'll not take much time. I'll just send it back to Agnes and the team.
Thank you, Daniel. Dan is based at the main campus. He's our e-learning administrator, as mentioned. Thank you very much. This should be the last training, last but not the least. We've been doing this, as I mentioned, on face-to-face on each and every campus, the main campus holding their face-to-face training to the new students, Nairobi the same, and Mombasa. And thereafter, we decided to have the online ones. This is the third one. We've been doing this every week, and I believe you'll be equipped and you'll be doing your studies with no hitches. Let's have order, as Dan has mentioned. Kindly will allow questions at the end of the session, question and answer time at the end. Allow us to do the business of the day, which is training at the beginning. Then I can see library are with us. They are going to hold their brief demonstration on library. Then thereafter, the questions and answer. The trainer for today is one of us, Jonathan Musao from Nairobi campus. Welcome, Jonah. As he prepares the link, I'm pasting the link on the chat area. You should all be able to log in. Remember the login format. The login format, you are logging in with your registration number, replacing the stroke with hyphen. That is the link on the chat area. On the chat area, that is the link. Then the password should be your middle number plus the year that you joined. And in this case, for the new student, should be that middle number plus 2021. So kindly, Jonathan, welcome.
Agnes, is Jonathan on? I can't hear him.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our today's training, where we are going to take you through the steps that are highlighted on your dashboards on how to navigate through the digital learning portal. And I want to project my screen there so that you can see. Just as Agnes has said, please, students, ensure that you don't interrupt my presentations. Kindly observe the guidelines that have been given by Agnes so that we can be able to do this in a seamless way without interruptions. If you have questions, please post them on the chat area. Raise up your hand. I'll be able to see that. Then we will. There is a very big team from behind who are going to answer those questions, and also they get back to you if you have something that is urgent. So I now once more welcome all the new students who have been admitted to KEMU for their various programs, and specifically to the Directorate of Blended and Virtual Learning, who will get
Jonah, we've lost you a bit.
sorry, I got disconnected. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I need to get one student like Bernard. Bernard, I will be referring back to you as I go through my presentations, and someone else, Doris Wafula. For this afternoon session, I appoint you to be my class representatives. Bernard and Doris Wafula, I appoint you to be my class representatives. So please manage for me the floor well. I'm presenting my page on your site. You can see that. I think I'm sharing. Yeah. Can you see that? Can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Dan. Bernard, you can see it.
Yes.
Thank you. So that is the learning management system portal. That is the landing page when you log in. I know some of you have already logged into the portal and you have been able to see how the DVBL platform looks like. You can see on my portal or on my page, I've already logged in. If there is any student who does not know how to log in, the link is learn.kemu.ac.ke. That is the link that you are supposed to use to log into the learning management system, where you are going to access notes and assignments. Good people, remember, before you come to access this platform, you must make sure that you have finished the process of registration. And for the new students, the prerequisite steps have been done for you, and that's why you are able to log in. When you go to the login page, remember you are supposed to type your login ID and a password. whereby your login ID to the system is your registration number. You can see it's displayed on your screens there, the login ID and the password. Login ID is your registration number with the dashes as shown there, as you can see. That is your login ID. So you don't type this one, it's an example. I've seen students use this. Don't use this is an example. Use your registration number as the login ID. The password to the system is the middle number of your registration number. Like in my case, is 1234 and the year 2015. So that is the password that you can use to log in. The middle number and the year. You type there as your password. Once you have done that, then you can log in to you will see now the dashboard that I was displaying to your screens. You will see the dashboard that I was displaying to your screen. So for those who have not logged in, I know some of the students who have registered, for example, today, that is how you type in your login ID, password, and the username. So you can see my dashboard. I'm registered to do 2 units, and that's why you can see on my dashboard here I have 2 units. I have the first one here and the second one here. Why are these units appearing under the dashboard? On your left-hand side here, you can see a number of menus that are there. The first one is account, dashboard, courses, calendar, inbox. All those menus are active for your case because this is your classroom and you should be able to attend to any activity that is raised in this classroom by either the lecturer, either the department, any announcements, they are all displayed there. So the first thing, when you log in as a student, I will encourage you to set up your account. Set up your account. For example, you can see when I click on that account there, you can see my account is already set up. I'm able to see my account. I can see my details are there. So as a good student, go ahead and even edit settings. Click there, then you edit your profile. Be quite good if you edit your profile by clicking on here, edit settings. Then good people, you can edit your profile. You can put your biography information under this. You can even create an e-portfolio on your account. You want to change the password, you can change the password. All that is your student portal account. So those details are well shown for you here. So one thing I will tell you is that the system is very user-friendly. It's an interactive system. Make use of it. Don't fear to press any button on the system. You press on it, you learn. Because you are supposed to learn through mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, then you are not learning. I encourage you to be very creative and also to extend the creativity you are learning. So the account, that's a function of the account. You also log out from the system using the account. Click on the account to log out from the system. The dashboard, in a very simple language, I like being very simple, and I don't want you to have that fear or anxiety. I will be very simple on these explanations of each of these menus. The dashboard, I will just say, is just a displaying page in a very simple language that anyone can understand. Just a displaying page. Only that. It displays for you what the lecturers have posted for you. Before the courses are displayed here, they normally appear under this courses. If you click on courses, you will be able to see, click on all courses, you will be able to see all the units that you are doing in a particular semester. If I'm doing 2, mine are here. If I'm doing 6, they will all be reading there as 6. So if you are already logged in, can you click on that and then you will see the courses there. They have the details are shown there. The status, for example, of my first course here is reading as published. The status of my second course is also published. Is this? Yes, published. At times you log in and find that yours are reading here as unpublished. And there they are shown here, no. That is the content has not been sent by the lecturer. Sometimes you might find you are able to see 4 on your dashboard, and 1 is reading here as no. This is yes, 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 then 1 is no. That does not mean there is a problem. It means it's your lecturer who has not uploaded content for you, either course outline, assignment, and discussion. The lecturer has not initiated an activity in the course. So don't panic when you see that. Otherwise, what you should do is just communicate with the departments, communicate with the center or the Directorate of Virtual Learning, and then we will get hold of the lecturer. That's the purpose of the courses. The other one is the calendar. Calendar is just a tool for you to manage the activities or to display for you the activities that you have to undertake in a particular semester. This is your academic calendar. It shows you the dates, everything of the month, and all that, the dates you have an assignment due, the day you're supposed to have a class, the day you have this. They are well planned in your calendar there. That's a function of the calendar. Inbox. This is a messaging tool, and you click on it, you can create a message and send that message to your lecturer, send a message to a particular student by coming here and you click on this button, compose. If you click on that, you compose a message, then the system gives you that option where you are supposed to choose. You can choose the course. You select a course that you want to send a message to. So you can see the system already gives you the subject.
Jonah, we've lost you again.
Jonah, we can't hear you.
It appears he's been disconnected. Let's give him a minute. Let me reach out to him and see if we can reconnect him. In the meantime, please fill in the registration form that has been posted on the chat. There's an online registration form. This is especially important for the new students so that we can create your accounts on the library portal. So please fill in the registration form that we have posted on the chat.
Sorry, I got disconnected. I'm back now. You're having some network challenges, but we are being sorted. So sorry for that. Are we together, Bernard? Bernard and the rest? You can type on the chat area, please, if you are following. And type yes, yes. Are we together?
Yeah, we're back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can see my screen.
Kabisa.
Asante, asante Tarantula, Abdallah, Anua, Eric. Thank you so much for confirming. So, sorry, before I got disconnected, this is where I was. And I was saying we can use the inbox here to message or send a message to a lecturer. For example, if you get an assignment deadline as past, you find maybe you have a topic that needs some clarifications either from a lecturer or from your colleagues, or even you have a challenge in a particular course and you want to communicate to the lecturer. Use this. Click on compose message there, select the course that you want to send a message to, then the recipient there. The system will populate for you from this hand here, who do you want to communicate to? For example, in my case, I want to communicate to the teacher. So the system will populate for me the name of my lecturer, and then you can see all these are my lecturers in a particular unit. So I pick the first one. That's my lecturer. I want to send a message. Please, my dear students, and I tell you, don't write the message here on the subject. No, sometimes I see you sending us some emails, and on the subject area here, that's where you put the message. Please don't do that. Here on the subject, write the subject. For example, deadline. Let me put this, deadline. Extension, something. That's my subject. A subject on the subject area. Please don't write the message there. That is how you make sure you are giving a formal or official communication. Then now down there, that's where you should type what. You type the message that you want to send to the lecturer. Type the message there until you finish. Then on this end here, you see you can send as an individual message to each recipient, or you can leave it open. The moment you hit on the send button, that message is delivered to the recipient, and also a copy is delivered to our database for ease of retrievals. So make sure that you communicate through the system to the lecturers, and that way you will be assisted. Within 24 hours, you'll be able to get a reply from the lecturer. Then you hit the send button. That message will be delivered to the lecturer. So you utilize the inbox, the messaging tool or feature that is embedded on the canvas here. So I've given you a broader picture and overview of all these menus that you can see there and what we're expecting to see on each of them. The second thing that I will do now is I'll take you now through how do I get my notes, how do I get my assignment, how do I do my quizzes, how do I participate in class discussions, and that is the essence of our training, because that's the classroom. How do I do that? And as I've always said, Doris, I've always told my students, please ensure you have a pen and a paper so that you take note some of these things. You take note of these things because you will need to do these activities on your own. Remember, we will not be there every day and we shall be training you every day. You will now need to do them on your own. And as you can see, Bernard there is taking some notes. So also the rest, take note of that and do something. Ensure you have a pen and a paper. You take note of what I say or what you find is positive. That is one characteristic of a good student. So you can see my lecture has already published for me my courses. Here on the dashboard, here are the courses at the lecturer. It means my lecturer has already given me the notes. So to access that, I click on the first unit there. If I click on that square box, you can see this is what I come across. This is what I come across. This to mean my lecturer has given me the notes here. The lecturer has also appended for me. The first thing is class attendance because we shall be meeting online. This is the attendance register. Then there is the online classroom. And this is a link. This is a link for online classroom. Then down there, if I scroll down, you can see the lecturer has given us the notes for introduction, the course outline, lecture 1 notes. There is a video appended on lecture 1, also lecture 2, week 3, and there is a case study. So you can see there is a moderation of learning in this system. There is a moderation of learning in this system by our lecturer. So the first thing, since we are going to do the class, I should do what? I click on attendance register, then I fill in the class attendance register. Some of you know you are attending this training and you have had some challenges on the attendance register here when you want to join the class. So this is the link for attendance register. You click on it, it will give you the page where you are supposed to fill your details. Remember, for you to be able to fill the attendance register, I'll mention this. You must have logged into the Gmail with the KEMU email, the student KEMU email, the email with the KEMU domain, for you to be able to fill these attendance register. So if you do not have one, make sure you get your email activated by the university. But I believe all of you got this. You got as possible. So when you click on this attendance register there, you can see the instructions are very clear. Open attendance register in a new window. So if you click that, the system will send you to a new window. And the new window, now that's where you'll get to fill the form. You fill your details there, then you have registered that you have attended the class. Let me go back to my modules there. The second thing is the online classroom here. Click on, yes, please. Someone is speaking. Okay. So the online classroom, this is where you will get what? Open online classroom in a new window. Same thing. Once you click here, the system will take you to a new window. And that's where you will now see the Meet Google a window where you will join the class. That's the online classroom in a new window. A new window is another tab that is opened once you click on that. So that's how you fill the attendance class register, and that is how you you join the class using the links that the lecturers have provided for you. The other thing is downloading the content. You can see in our class here, our lecturer has given us what? Introduction course and the course outline. These documents are downloadable. You can download them and print the notes, or even read, have them in soft copy somewhere in your folders, so that you don't need to be online every day to get the notes. So download the introduction to the course notes, brief about the course, all that, about yourself, and anything else. Download all of them and save them somewhere in your folder for easy of your revision. Then course outline is also there. Download your course outline by clicking on the course outline there. That is my course outline. I can print, I can save it on my desktop, so that I'm able to read offline. So you go downloading the notes as per the lecture weeks. Then lecture 3 there. Then there is a video down there. You click on the video so that you can listen to the video. Maybe the lecturer has given you that. This is a video that is embedded on your lecture 1, so that you can listen and critique the information that is in that document. That is part of learning, and that makes online learning.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and today I'll be talking to you about the experiment spectrophotometric determination of iron. In this experiment, you'll be applying.
So this is one way of learning online, and this is how you acquire knowledge, not necessarily what the lecturers are giving you. Other times they will refer you to other content that is available there. I don't know, I'm not sure whether Agnes mentioned that for you to be able to study online as a student, ensure you acquire yourself a gadget, a laptop. A laptop is very essential for your studies because you will be able to download content, you'll be able to study without challenges, and a laptop is more reliable than your mobile phone. Some of these documents size are too huge that your phone cannot be able to sustain because of maybe the storage capacity. So I would advise you to go for a laptop if you do not have one, but don't rely too much on your mobile phone. In as much as it can perform some of the functions, you might find some limitations. So get a gadget that is able to perform a number of activities, regardless of what you are doing, because you are expecting to learn for the next 3 years. And the next 3 years is not too much time, neither is it too little time. Lecture 2 there, week 2, you are also given as the notes, lecture 3, and there is a case study. So it's your responsibility to download this content and you interact with the content, you read, you ask questions through the system. That is downloading the modules. I've addressed the aspect of class attendance register. For those who had challenges, you saw the form that is posted on the dashboard. Fill your details there and submit. Then within 24 hours, you're going to get the issue sorted. Now, those who had challenges, those who did not have any challenge and were able to log in and fill the attendance register, then you are good to go. I've shown you the online classroom and I've shown you how to download the content, the notes in a very systematic way. The lecturer is taking us through week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Are we together, good people? Can I get some yes on the chat area? Or even no? Are we together? You can hear me. You can see what I'm presenting and you are taking some notes. Oigo tells me yes. Mike, yes. Priscilla, yes.
Yes.
Eric, Ndenga, Kimani, thank you very much. Mlongo and Jason Mutua, Karunta, thank you very much. That is a confirmation that you are keenly following. I think I have a very good number of students today. Bernard Asante, you are managing my class very well, and Doris. So I now go back to accessing now the assessment test. The assessment test is 1, not somewhere, an assignment. A lecturer can give you an assignment. 2, can give you a quiz. And 3, a lecturer can give you a discussion. So the assessments of evaluating a student. 1 is through an assignment. 2 is through a quiz. A quiz is also known as a CAT, as you call it, sitting CAT. And 3 is a discussion. Those are the 3 items that can be used to evaluate a student, because they have given you the notes. Our lecturer was so generous to give us the notes. Now, assessment. If you want to check the assignment, you come here and click on assignment. When I click on assignment, I can see upcoming assignments. Can you look here, good people? You can see what I all have. That's what I was saying. The assessment, upcoming assignment. There is a quiz 1, there is another quiz there, there is a writing a term paper, and there is assignment 1. So a lecturer can give you all this, and it gives you assignment 1, 10, writing paper 10, quiz 1, 10, and quiz 2, 10. A total of 40 or that marks. It will depend with the length of the unit that you are learning, because sometimes you find some courses you might have to be given up with 50 marks in the coursework. For example, if you are taking your master's, the coursework covers 50, examination is 50%. If you are taking a health-related course like HSM, nursing, medical lab, you will have maybe to do like 40, then the examination is 60. The same thing, business, if you are taking any course related with IR and the businesses and all that, the coursework might be, the coursework covers, for example, in the School of Business and Economics, you have to do 30, the coursework, and the examination is 70 for undergraduates, and the diplomas the same. So this is a lecturer who has given an assessment. When you see this, don't be overwhelmed, don't tense, don't worry how you are going to manage it. The most important thing I would advise you to do, my good students, when you see this, go and check maybe most likely the due date. When is this one due deadline? This one is that 1st May at 23:59. That's okay, 17 points. This one is also that 1st May at 11:59. Writing a term paper that 1st May. Assignment that 1st May. So you find all of these are due on the same day, same time. But they have different points. Scoring points are 17, 17, 10, and 30. So what you are supposed to do is I will start with the assignment, click on the assignment. Once you click on the assignment, the system can allow you to get the assignment that you have been given. You can see this is assignment 1. It is due on Monday. This at today at 11:59. So, and it's worthy 30 points. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to download this assignment if it's an uploaded document, or you can see the kind of questions the lecturer has given us is he has given the questions for us here. So what you are supposed to is
Seem to have lost John again. Let me give him a call.
sorry, good people, I got disconnected. Yeah. Sorry, you lost me as I was presenting. Sorry for that. I'm back. Now, I was saying, for you to get the assignment, let's pick up from where we are so that we don't take much time since we have this. Look here, we have this assignment 1, and we have said that for you to answer these questions very well, you can copy the questions as they appear here, and you put them on a word page. Because sometimes the lecturer will give instructions on the type of submissions that you're supposed to do. One, a lecturer can allow you to submit these answers to the questions in form of a Word document where you upload it, or even a PDF document which you upload. Other times, the lecturer can give you the option to submit a text entry, as you can see here. A text entry means that you type your answers here inside here, or you copy and paste them here. These are ways of submitting your work. You can submit a file upload, that's why you can see this, or even you can submit them as a text entry. This will be decided by the lecturer. So whatever you get, that's why the system, you can see in our trainings, we are giving you the options of the two, text entry and a file upload. So whichever the lecturer gives an instructions to use, or both of them, as you can see in our question here, just follow those simple instructions that you have been given. So copy your questions, then you go to open a new Word page and put your answers in that Word page. Then you save your answers, and now you come to upload your answer. I'm taking first direction of uploading, and I will show you the other one of text entry. So get the questions, put them in a Word page, and you research on the answers to those questions. Then you come to submit before the midnight of today, for example. Why am I emphasizing that? I've told you, you pick the questions, then you put them in a Word page, and you upload them there. This is my Word page that I have put my questions on, and I want to answer those questions. I want to answer on those questions, or even I submit. Look at my Word page here. I've brought my answers, my questions here, that I can answer them and submit to the lecture. Good people, on these answers to these questions, please make sure that you be the original owner of the answers. For example, you are required to conduct research on the impact of online teaching on university students, a case of Kenya Methodist University. Write the background of the study, 5 marks. Write the statement of the problem, 5. 3 objectives of the study, and an appropriate research design. That is part of question 1. Then question 2, the same. What you are supposed to do, please don't go to online, don't go to the notes, copy and paste. In fact, when you do that, we'll say you have plagiarized your work. So make sure that you understand the question and you answer the question. A good student will highlight the question like that. Then they will go down there and write answers. You write what? Answers. Then you type your answers for that question there. The same thing you do for the next question. You can highlight your work like that. Then you write the answers there. That is how you answer those questions. You put your answers there. The next question, the same. You do the same like that. Then you type the answers. For example, let me get there. I will want you to answer for me only one. Then we assume we have done everything. Because that I want you to tell me 3 objectives of online teaching on university education. Answer number 1, Bernard. Type the answer there on the chat area. The answer. For example, we are answering the 3 objectives, Roman 3 objectives of the study. The answer. Someone can give me the answer. 1 objective, maybe 1. Anyone can try. Just try. Don't have to be correct. Try. 1 objective of online teaching on to university students. Someone? Very good. Jason Mutua tells me to reach as many as possible. Thank you very much, Jason. You see, I'm typing to reach as many as possible. I'm typing my answers here like that. Okay. And it tells me flexible. Okay. Flexible. Okay. Flexible what? Especially for those who are at work. Deka early, flexible. Especially for those who are at work. Those are correct answers. Our correct answers. Eric tells me it's to increase accessibility to learning. To increase accessibility to learning. Look at good people. Look at what I'm doing. I'm typing my answers. Imani Joffrey tells me to reduce COVID-19 spread. Thank you very much. To reduce COVID-19 spread. I'm answering my question. 3 objectives. I've given actually 4. That's very nice. 4. Huh? These are the answers to my question. I've given 4. And look here what I've done. I have written my answers by typing. I've not gone to internet because I know that's what some of you do. A lazy student will copy this question here, then go to Google search. You put there, you get the answer, copy and paste. Now, when you do that, for your information, that we call it in academic plagiarism. Plagiarism means you have copied the answers from the internet and you have pasted them here. When you do that, good people, for example, suppose I've copied from internet and that is the answer to this question here. This system, and I must tell you this, as a plagiarism checker. And that plagiarism checker will show that I copied this answer from this source, the internet. And you, as a student, you will be now exposed to academic disciplinary. You will be penalized by the lecturer. Your details will be picked. You may think online learning, you don't cheat and you are caught. The system, our learning management system, has a plagiarism checker. And when the lecturers are marking, they give a list of all students who plagiarized their work. And those students are called for academic disciplinary. If you read the academic handbook, you will get the repercussions of plagiarism. You might be discontinued from the university, you might be sent home, you might be sent away for 5 or 3 semesters. All that is in the academic handbook. So don't be a victim of that. That's the reason I've highlighted that, because I wanted to show you how answers according to what you Okay, I got disconnected. Sorry for that. Yeah, I got disconnected as I was showing you how to answer. So once you have answered all the questions, let's continue, please. Once you have answered all the questions, yes, someone has a question? If you have a question, please raise it at the chat area there. We are back, sorry. So when you have answered all your questions, good people, make sure that you save your answers in a particular folder that you will remember to upload your answers. Those are my answers. Go to your machine and save your work. File, you save your work in maybe in a folder that you created on the machine, maybe on the desktop, and you call it what? Answers. Assignment 1. Then you can name it Bernard or Doris. Yeah, you say those are our class representatives. Bernard or Doris, that's our assignment. You save it there on the desktop. You save it there comfortably. Then you go back to the system. Remember, I didn't sign out. I copied the question, and remember, I'm doing that because the assignment is due today, and I'm doing it at the last minute because I'm that student who does their work at the last minute. Don't be like me. Make sure that you get the assignment early enough, you research on it early enough, put a cover page on that assignment, put references of your work, and now come to submit it into the system. So if I want to submit the assignment, I'm answering the questions that I said you should have in your mind. How do I submit my assignment? Write that one somewhere, Doris. How do I submit my assignment? I have logged into the system again and I've gone to click on assignments here. When I click on assignments, I can see this is the assignment that I started with and I want to submit because I've finished. Click on the assignment there. The deadline is almost approaching. I scroll down, then I'll find the submission types here. The lecturer has given us two options. Text entries to mean I can copy and paste the answers here, what I did. File upload means I can choose the file. I upload my answer. Remember, my answer was in form of a Word document. I click on that, upload a file. Then the system will take me to where I saved that document. Where I saved the document so that I can upload. So I'll choose by clicking upload a file there. Then I will pick my assignment, which I named it what? I named it as answers. Answers, Bernard and Doris. Then I attach it there. So you can see my answers are here. I've uploaded my answers here. In this document, I answered the questions. I put a cover page and references. I'm answering the questions that were given. Then you can see down there, submit option. You click what? Submit. When you click submit, the system submits for you the assignment. And then some showers of blessings come down there. You have seen them. Those ones confirm to you that you have submitted. You look at these. You have seen some flowers dropping down there because I've done an activity successfully. That is a congratulatory message that comes to your screen. So you see the status here changes and it becomes what? Submitted. Means you have submitted your work comfortably and the lecturer has seen a copy of the assignment worthy back points. That is how you earn your back points in an assignment. Sawa, good people? Yes? Are we together? Are we together? Yes, Mike, thank you. Taranta, Eric, Jason, thank you very much. Abdi, Bernard, Asante, I can see you are following very well. Thank you very much. Mishira has come in. I will talk to you later. And Julius, MK Moses also, thank you. You are following. So that is how you submit your assignment. Very essential thing that we are doing. And remember, we are doing it right now, so that when you do it on your own, it will be very easy for you. Karibu Nyongo and Shushu. So that is how you submit an assignment. If the lecturer has given you a word, you just copy the answers that you made and put them here as a text entry. Because I told you the lecturer will give you as many options as possible. The next thing is how to do a quiz. Right somewhere, Moses, how do I do a quiz online or a sit in class? You go to your unit. For example, if I go to my dashboard, there's a quiz that I've been given. My first unit there, go to quizzes. This is a quiz. I told you a quiz is also referred to as a CAT. It's what the part-time students and the full-time students are doing in the class. I've done the assignment. Go to the quiz. This is a quiz. I want to take the quiz because it's due today midnight, and I've said good students don't do their work the last minute like I'm doing. Read the instructions on the quiz. It's due that first today at this time. It's available between 20th May and that first. So you can see this assignment we were given from 20th May, and imagine I'm doing it on that first. The last day, just remaining some few minutes to launch. Maybe I was doing some research, that's why I'm doing it this late. Or even I was very busy working. I could not get time, but today I've got the time to do it. The time limit is 20 minutes. The questions are 11, and you are allowed only once. Let me just tell you, it is only once. This one, our lecturer is so genuine, is so nice. She has given us 5 attempts, but yours will be 1. Let me correct that. It will be 1. You cannot be given 5 times. Oh, remember, these are sample anyway. I'm just these are a sample test, but yours will be reading year one, so it means you can attempt it once, unless you have a special reason why you need to be given a second attempt, and that will be handled by your lecturer. Time limit 20 minutes. The instructions are here. Attempt all questions. This is a time cut of 20 minutes. Good people, this is not an assignment. That's why we started with assignment. If we have done the assignment for all those days that we have submitted it from 20th May, and you have submitted, you expect to have done a good research and a lot of background information. You have given even a reference. But this quiz, we are doing it here in the system. It means from the time I start taking the quiz, I have to finish it with, because after 20 minutes, the quiz will elapse or it will disappear because it's a system. So since I'm ready, I can take the quiz. Actually, here you will be seeing what? Take the quiz, not resume. Take the quiz. You click on take the quiz. I hope you have noted somewhere, Shushu. You have noted somewhere in your diary, Shushu Akuta, you have noted somewhere that it will read as take a quiz, not resume. Because you will be doing what? You will be doing it in the system. You can see now this, take the quiz. You click what? Take the quiz. I'm ready. I've done everything. I've researched and I am ready to take the quiz. This is a quiz. I want us to do this quiz together. This type of a quiz will have different types of questions. The lecturer will give you different types of questions. Just to name a few, can be a multiple choice question, it can be an essay question, it can be it can also be a question where you are given a blank to filling blank question. So like the first question is here. Remember the year 11. The time is running on the other side here. That's how you view. The time remaining. There's this button here for next. Is that button there for next? Take note of these good people. There is this next and there is submit quiz. Please don't click submit the quiz before you finish the questions. Remember the questions are here and they're up to number 11. So what you're supposed to do, answer question 1, click next. Don't click submit. If you click submit, you submit the quiz and you have not attempted. So what happens is the system will grade you 0 out of 30 or even out of 20. Take note of those two buttons. They are actually close to each other, but sometimes I see students confusing and a student clicks submit. If you click submit by mistake, use the inbox here to communicate to your lecturer. If, for example, you are doing this in the system, or even you can call the lecturer, you can email the lecturer. There are so many avenues of communications, and I know you'll be given that as we finish the process. Is a question, is a process used in statistical analysis which predetermine number of observations are taken from a larger population? What is the answer? You type your answer there, fill in the blank. Dash is a process used in statistical analysis in which predetermined number of observations are taken from a larger population. I normally do the questions with my students. Give me an answer. Any answer. Give me an answer to this question. Is a process used in statistical analysis? Just an answer. Assume your answer is correct. And it's as good as mine. Thank you very much, Jason. Sampling. Yes, Jason has told me sampling. Another answer. So I typed there sampling. Another one. Bernard, sampling. A sample. Good. So let's assume those are the answers. A sample. So I type there what? A sample. Then I click next. I've answered question 1. The system takes me to question 2. Question 2 says, which of the following statements about plagiarism is most accurate? Plagiarism, that's what I was talking about. Plagiarism is copy and paste. Copy and paste. Which of the following statements about plagiarism is most accurate? Just write for me either 1, 2, 3, or 4, because we have 4. These are type of a question where you are supposed to pick correct answer. Which one is the most accurate? I think you can see that. It is so easy to copy and paste from the internet that everyone does it nowadays. If a proper reference is given, where is the harm in that? Which statement? Jason tells me 1, Eloy tells me 1, Mike tells me 1. Which other? Another answer? Which one is most correct, most accurate? Plagiarism is such an awful crime that those found guilty should be obliged to wear a scarlet P on their clothing. Eric says number 3. Any suggestion that we have written what another actually wrote is morally wrong? The whole point of our literature review is to show what we have read and what we thought about it. So majority of it, 1. So you just tick there, 1. Then move on. Number 2. Remember the time is running. I have 15 minutes remaining. So, and I have to finish. Question 3 says, consider the number of articles you stop collecting when you have enough. Considering the number of articles you stop collecting when you have enough. This is a type of a question where you are supposed to indicate whether it is a true or false. Is the statement true or false? True or false? Eric says true. Another one? Another answer? Bernard, true. Another answer, please. Where is my good Doris? Doris, I cannot see you. MK Moses, true. Jason, true. I'm waiting for you, Doris, to give me an answer. Jason, true. Damaris, at least Damaris is true. Abdallah Mohammed, true. Muturia Mutua, true. Mike, true. Taranta, true. Then majority of it. I tick that. You see, I'm ticking. Yeah, back I've seen your answer. Then I click next. Thank you very much for those who have given replies. Question number 4 says, what is the name of your lecture? Give me answers, please, good people. Here it's a fill in blank. You type your name there. Can you type for me the name of your lecture? I see whether you are following. Give me that. What is the name of your lecturer? Mike tells me Jonathan. Is that true? Bernard, Jonathan, Deca, Ali tells me David, Eric, Musa, Karunta, Jonathan, Frida, Catherine. So we type the answer there. The name of my lecturer is what? Jonathan. Then you click next. Thank you very much, Frida and the team for responding and also for following. Question number 5. You're almost finished. Time is 13 minutes remaining. Dash is a study of every unit, everyone, or everything in our population. It is known as complete enumeration, which means a complete count. A, the answer is what? Give me an answer. It's a study of every unit, everyone, or everything. Dash is a study of everyone, everything, every unit. What's the answer, please? Or B, Dash is a subset. Is a subset of units in our population, selected to represent all units in our population of interest. Very good. Eric tells me census. A, I put census, and Eric Bernard, census. Thank you very much. And Caroline Mwaniki. Caroline, welcome to this class. Another one, part B. Give me part B. I pick the new student who comes in with a good answer. Jason Sambol. Another answer. I don't know where my Doris went to, and she was my classmate. Muturi Sambol. Mlongo Sambol. Where is my class representative? Julius Sambol, who is the new student there. Caroline Manik, you are back. Thank you, Sambol. Then Sambol. Majority of it, Sambol. I say it is what? Sambol. Thank you, Nyogo Onyango. Then I click next. Time is running. I have 12 minutes. So this is how you do the quiz. You go answering the questions like that. But don't copy these questions and paste on internet to get the answer. No. When accessing the internet, which of these steps is the most essential? Which one is the most essential? Recording the full URL, now noting the access date, downloading material to be referenced. They are all equally important. When accessing the internet, which of these steps is the most essential? The most essential. Jason says 1. That is recording the full URL. Mike MK Moses says 1. Mlongo Konde says 1. Bernard says 1. Gekonge, Gesare. That is a new one. 1. And I think I'll go by answer because of you. Nyongo 1, Eric 1. The new one is Ngekonge Ngesar. Thank you, Ngekonge, and we pick your answer. Recording that, you tick that. Then you go to the next. The next question, be the first one to answer the question, please. Number 7. We are almost finishing. We have 11 minutes. Time is running here. Dr. Lily Masinde is. Select any 3 correct answers. Select any 3. Drives a Subaru, lecturer in computer science, lives in Nairobi, is a male, a lecturer in PhD. Dr. Lily Masinde is what? Give me the answers, please, so that we finish on this, because we are almost finishing. Don't be left out and you don't answer anything. Eric saying that Dr. Lily Masinde is drives a Subaru, Tarantula, the lecturer in computer science. Mike says number 3, which is lives in Nairobi. Abdullah says Abdullah Mohammed says is male. Eric says that Dr. Lily Masinde is a lecturer in computer science. MK Moses lecturer. Number 2, Mulongo Kondele says is lecturer. Muturia Mutua is a lecturer. And Frida Mbaya. That's Frida, very good. Frida, welcome. We pick your answer number 2. Lecturer in computer science. Frida Karibu. Bernard is a lecturer in computer science. Next, answer here, who has given us the answer is Frida. Very good. Number 8. Some journals are published on behalf of professional bodies. True or false? True or false? A new one? A new member? Bring on board. Mringi Karimi, Violet. True. I go by that, and welcome to the class. True. You tick on that. Then Tarandula, thank you. True. Caroline, true. Next, number 9. Number 9, Mringi Karimi has given us the answer for number 8. Number 8, Dr. Ken Mugambi is. Select 3 correct answers. It's male. SMS.
Jonah? Maureen, please post the attendance list, the registration list, please.
Hello there. Sorry, I got disconnected. Sorry, these are some of the challenges, good people, you'll be facing on your own when you'll be doing now, even the examinations. You'll also be studying on your own. These are some of the questions, some of the challenges you'll be facing. So I resume back my quiz. I'm resuming back. You see, I've got disconnected, but I'm back. The system returns me to where I was. But now the time is 6 minutes. So some of these things are the challenges you'll be facing, and I want you to be taking them positively. It's not the end of the world. So you resume back. We were here, Dr. Ken Mugambi and Mwiringi Karimi had given us an answer that is the dean. Nyonga had said 1. MK Moses has said that he's a coordinator in computer science. Nyongo is saying he's a male. Tarunda is a man. So Mirigi gave us the first answer. We say that is that Dean SBUE next, so that we submit our work for time elapses. The last question, the literature review takes place at the start of the project and then stops. The first answer will pick that. True or false? True or false? Please, people, let's finish up the piece so that we are not caught up by time. True or false? Please. The literature review takes place at the start of the project and then stops. Can I get some answers, please? Frida says false, so we pick that. Thank you, Frida. Thank you very much. So I'm answering the last question. Be the last person to answer the question. Be the last person to answer this question. Briefly describe the research process. Look at this question, my dear students. You have been given here a question to describe a research process. So that is to mean you need to get the question as we did on the assignment, get it in a word page, and give a literature review on the process of research. Then you come to choose a file. You upload the answer there. Let's assume we had done the same. So upload your answer. You describe the research process. Get this, and then you research, then come to upload. You see, I'm getting a notification that the quiz will be submitted in 5 minutes. So the system alerts you. So if this is my last question, I research on it, then I come to upload it the way I showed you on our word page. I assume my answer is here. I had done it. We had done it and we had named it Bernard and Doris there. Then I open, I attach there. That is my answer. Your file has been successfully uploaded. We agreed Bernard and Doris to represent us in this class as our representatives, and that is the answers to the last question. So once you finish that, you can now see the button for next has disappeared, but you have the option to go back the previous. You recheck the questions as you had answers, previous, until you see the first question. If you are satisfied like me, you just click what? Submit the quiz. That quiz will be submitted to the lecturer. And you will get the score in that quiz since you have finished. You see, I've submitted my quiz, and now I'm able even to see where I got wrong and where I got right. My answers are showing incorrect, partial, incorrect. So the system now gives you a feedback because you have done one and I've scored this. The system gives you a feedback of what you are doing and you are finished. So you can go again and do what? You can go again and cross-check the questions that you went wrong when you are taking the quiz. That is use of the quizzes or the lecturers testing you using the quizzes. So are we together? The last type of assessment that a lecturer can give to a student is known as a discussion. A lecturer can give you a graded discussion. If you click on the discussions, you can get a discussion there, like this one. There is writing a term paper. You click on that term paper. And it is the same thing if I had clicked on the assignments here, good people, so that you then get confused. Remember, we did quiz 1, we did assignment 1, it is here, writing a term paper. You click on that, and the system gives you the term paper. Here is the term paper, and it is graded 10 points. These are graded term paper the lecturer has given us. Writing a term paper, you are required to conduct a research on impact of online teaching on university students, a case of Kenya Methodist University. In this kind of a question, good people, you can actually be able to a good document that shows introduction. You start with what? The introduction, you type the introduction, you go ahead and show the literature of your paper. This is a research paper you are writing, good people, don't forget. Writing a term paper, the body literature or the literature review of your paper. Then you should be able to show something like the conceptual, let me call it conceptual framework. Conceptual framework. I will be very specific on this because also, as my student, this is what I expect you to give. Don't just give something that is scanty and expect to get any point. Otherwise, you will get 0 or 2. sure that you know what you are doing by giving an introduction. You have kind of introduction on what you are supposed to do there. Or remember, you are discussing productively or impact of online teaching on students. The topic here should be well highlighted by a student, the impact of online teaching. Remember, you are doing a research here, and that is the essence of a university, research. And that's how you will promote the research even in the market when you finish your program. Put an introduction point, body literature, put it there very well, body literature of your paper. That's why I said good people, some of these things I mentioned, you might not hear them from anyone else. You learn through as you go on. Put the conceptual framework of your paper. Then down there, show something known as reference of your paper. Remember, these are papers that you can publish in the university journals, reference paper. So you should give it your best anytime you are doing academic work. Don't just do for the sake of doing. It shows even to the lecturer that this is a serious student, someone who knows what they are doing. Then finally, you click what? Post reply. You are finished. You click post reply. Actually, the lecturer will get what? The lecturer will get your answers there as shown. You can see mine there. I've told the lecturer to do an introduction, make a summary, body literature, conceptual framework, and the reference. I've shown them very well there. So that is how you participate in a graded discussion. So that is how you write your research paper. I think I've taken you through the all the steps of what you are supposed to do as a student, and the last point that you are doing is actually the discussions. I want to show something here as I conclude, because this is I'm actually concluding now. That is where we started from. We started from accessing the notes through the modules. Sorry, even announcements. Check announcements from the lecturers, modules to see if the notes are there. If there is any welcome note by the lecturer, if they are there. Modules, I've shown you go through the modules from number 1 to the last D. I've shown you how to do the assignments, which might come in different ways. Assignment might be a one assignment take away, might be a quiz, and there might be a graded discussion. Then there should be this one here, the files. If you click on the files, good people, it is the same as the modules there. The system gives you the notes. These are the notes here. You can download them and create. It is the same content that is also under the modules here. So either you click on modules or files, you get this. The quizzes, I've shown you how to do the quizzes. And the last thing I've shown you is how to do discussions. That is how you study online as a student. And my good students who has a pen and a paper, I'm very sure that they can actually say, I have learned something new this afternoon. How to do an assignment, how to do a quiz, how to participate in a class discussion. So that is all about accessing the learning management system, learn.kemu.ac.ke, how to navigate through the system, participating in classes, and all what you are supposed to do. So you do that you have done that for the first unit. It is the same thing you should do for the second unit here. You go through the same, check the same, everything. You do the same. And the same things that we are training you are also recorded, and they are all over in our social media platforms. You can get them through our website, and you will be able to learn more. So once more, I welcome you to Kemu, and thank you so much for your time, and also for your audience. Thank you very much, Bernard Asante, for being my good class representative. I appreciate this afternoon, as well as Doris, who who has gone missing. But at least today I've known a new student, and a new student has also known me. So asanteni sana, Eric, thank you for the comments, and Bernard. Thank you very much. So now I invite the moderator of the day to tell us the next step. If you have any questions, we'll come back and answer those questions as we go on. Thank you very much, members, and I appreciate your patience and also giving me the audience. Asante. Done?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm waiting for Agnes.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I'm sure the students are so equipped with the demo. Jonah has tackled so many things on how to navigate the dashboard, the courses, talked about the quizzes, the assignments, the discussions, the modules where you get your files. Thank you very much, Jonah. Questions, we are going to take questions at the end. Or rather we take questions, then the library comes in. The library is going to close for us, not unless we have ICT on board. There is a form there that has been sent by Maureen. You should be filling it. Meanwhile, questions, and we are taking those questions in this order. You raise your hand, then I call out your name, and you enable your mic and speak to us. Questions?
Yes, I have a question, if I may allow.
Yes, George Kihara.
Yes. I'm a distance learning student, and how we have registered for the units, we find that we are sharing the units also with the blended students who are taking also the units. So my question is, due to our engagements, I might not be in a position maybe to attend the virtual classes and everything else. Maybe partake being my tutorage plan being a distance learning student. So how do we, so that we are not in any way find ourselves on the wrong side with the lecturers? Do we need to identify ourselves as distance learning students to the lecturers taking the units, or how would you recommend we approach on that?
Thank you, Kihara George. That's a very nice one. And I would request my colleague Dan to respond to that. Dan? Dan? Kihara? And any other DLM student? As a DLM student, we don't expect you to
Sorry, Agnes.
to join classes. Yes, Dan. I was requesting you to respond to Kihara. I hope you got the question. He was asking about being a DLM student, whether he's supposed to attend classes.
Oh, yes.
And
I got
should
it.
he inform the lecturer? Okay, then go ahead.
Yes, I did. And I've also seen the question has been asked on the chat side here, which Jocelyn also addressed. As you were telling them, DLM students are not required to attend the real-time classes, the ones that are scheduled on the timetable. These classes are only uploaded for our full-time and part-time students who should be attending class at that time. So the DLM students are allowed to attend these classes, but it's not a must. So what we have told our lecturers to do is to upload learning materials on the courses so that these students are able to follow asynchronously, meaning they are able to follow at their own time. So the class attendance links and the class registers are not a requirement for our DLM students. They are not a requirement. However, if at any point the DLM student is available during the class time, they can sign the attendance form, they can attend the classes that are available at that time. But for them, the only thing they need to do is to log onto the platform, read the content that is already provided there. If there are any files, they download the files. If there are any cuts and assignments, they do them within the scheduled time. Also remember, our DLM students are not required to attend real-time cuts that are provided. So a lecturer cannot tell you that we are going to have a cut at 10 a.m. that all of you should be there. The reason you're a DLM student is because of the convenience that the mode of study offers you. So we have recommended that our lecturers give assignments and set a timeline for which you must provide. However, for our full-time and our part-time students, if the lecturer says you're going to have a cut at 10 and it's within the scheduled time for the class, all of you must be there. I hope I have answered the question, Bwana Kihara.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Dan. I hope, Mr. Kihara, I hope you've been answered.
Yes, yes, thank you.
And any other DLM student. So that question has been answered. I'll pick on Opundo Atieno Elizabeth. Go ahead and ask your query.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My question, I'm also a distance learning student. Thank you for that clarification on the courses. I'm now well informed. My question is on the units that, the picking and dropping of units. Like personally, I transferred from another university to here. And we went through the units with the head of department, I think, communication. And so there are units that what to like go through credit transfer that I'm not supposed to use to do, sorry, and they are still in the portal, as in they're among the units that have been provided. So I needed to know how I can drop them and pick other units which are not within this trimester. So maybe you could guide us on how to drop or pick other units. Thank you.
Elizabeth, are you a new student or continuing?
I'm new.
New student. That should be guided through the registrar's office. Yes, if you got credit transfer on some of the units that you are registered for this trimester, it is advisable through your department and the registrar's office to get those dropped and enrolled for others that you have not done.
Okay.
Nairobi,
Is
meaning you
there
are a
time frame?
Nairobi student.
Because time is already running out, is there a time frame?
When did you register?
I registered like in March, but of course I started my studies navigating through all this last week.
Okay, it's not too late. You need to visit your department. Communication, I believe you are a Nairobi student. Nairobi campus, is it?
Sorry?
You are a Nairobi campus student?
Distance learning.
Which campus?
Oh, should be Nairobi, even though I'm not in the city.
Yeah, I think you have not gotten that. You need to come and visit your chair. Then you have those courses dropped and enrolled for others that you have not done. That is very applicable.
Okay.
Anya, okay? If Anne is not ready, let's have Samson Onyango.
Thank you, Agnes. Am I clear?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a new student, distance learning BSN. I had two concerns. One concern was about announcements. As distance students, we were requesting that let the announcements be done in prior time for us to arrange for those classes. Like, let the announcements be done a day early.
For example, Samson.
Like, for example, no, planning to go to announcement in the morning that you have a class at 11. It really inconveniences us. So we were just begging, let the announcements be made at early time. Another concern was, can we have
Samson,
a separate timetable?
Before you go on, so that I get you well. You want to tell me a class was scheduled at 11 today, yet there is a timetable. Remember, as Dan responded to you, as a DLM student, we believe you're working Samson, is it? And as a DLM student, you are not, it's not a requirement for you to attend the real-time classes. If that class was put at 11, maybe it was for the full-time students and it was just a reschedule. Remember, there is a timetable already. A timetable for the online classes, the face-to-face, and the part-time. Part-time and full-time combined to the face-to-face timetable and the online timetable. As a DLM, you don't have a timetable. And you mentioned you are a DLM student. So that class, I believe it was meant for the full-time. And if you have time, it's good. Join. Are we together on that point? Have I answered you?
Yeah, yes.
Go ahead.
Another one, you have just tried to explain it, but as we continue, I think we'll learn more about the timetables. But we were requesting to have our own timetable because as things goes by, what I've been seeing on the dashboards and those other publications on the announcements are not concurring with the timetable which is there, the online timetable.
Okay, Samson. I have taken note of that.
Yes, thank you.
Caroline Manike. Caroline is not ready. Julius?
Thank you very much. My name is Julius Lenjati. First of all, thank you very much for the session. It is very informative, and I believe most of us are going to benefit from this. I have two questions, but one has been answered by Daniel partly, that as a distance learning student, you're not necessarily needed to attend the classes. One of the student colleague asked in previously that how then will the lecturers be able to differentiate the distance learning students from the ordinary, attendance, so that we do not run into maybe problems with the lecturers. So that when you don't attend, you are not marked as not attended the class, but you are known that you are a distance learning student. The second one is the email for KEMU. What is the difference between that email and the platform? Do you also receive content from the email?
All the content is sent on this platform, yeah?
Yeah.
The learn.kemu.ac.a. That is your classroom. That is where learning happens. That's where you get your assignments, you get your quizzes, you get your notes, you get everything there. Nothing should be sent on email by the lecturer. And same to you, you're not supposed to send your assignments via email. You're supposed to send all your assignments here in the system as required by the school. The email serves you the purpose of joining the class, the Google Meet classes, serves you the purpose of filling in any Google form from the school. Remember, it has to pick the organization's email. That is why we have given you the Kemu student email, the .kemu at kemu.ac.ke. That's the company domain there.
Yeah.
So with that, you are able to join the classes. You're able to fill all the forms that are sent by the school. The second one, the DLM classes. Remember, as Dan explained to you, that we normally, or the lecturers know, they have the DLM students on board. Therefore, even if you miss the classes and you are registered as a DLM student, it is okay if you don't attend the class. They know, and they should know. Not unless you are skipping classes and your registration reads as full-time, part-time. That is an offense, because remember, for you to sit for the final exam, you should have completed 80% of class attendance, 80%. So as a DLM student, you are not attending class, not unless you have time, and ensure your registration reads DLM.
Fantastic. So thank you very much. I think that really explains a lot. I think that's very helpful. Thank you very much.
For the email, ensure you have it. If you don't have, from the ICT, it's provided for by ICT. So ensure you have the Kemu student email. Thank you. On Koba Kemundo Phyllis, very fast. Kemunta.
Sorry, my concern has just been asked and it has been responded to. It was about the DLM and signing the class register. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying my concern that I had was about the DLM and signing the class attendance, and it has been answered.
Okay, okay. Michael Cheng. Michael Cheng. Michael is not ready. Tenka Ali. And we invite the library after Deka Ali. Deka Ali? Deka is not ready. The last person, any?
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Oh, Deka Ali.
Good evening. My question is, for example, you have covered is there any the credit transfer for the unit that you have already done? For example, like a communication skill and a computer application I have done, but still I'm doing it. Is there a credit transfer for that?
Denka Ali, thank you for that. Credit transfers are normally given by your department there. You need to talk to your department. You need to forward your transcripts and your certificate to your photocopies of that. Please follow up from your department. You are a student from which campus? From which campus? Deka Ali? We've lost her.
Maureen, is Maureen ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Maureen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, CBL team. This is Maureen. I'll take you through the library section. I'll be as brief as possible, and I'm going to share my screen. Just hold on. Which screen are you seeing? Done. Which screen is up?
Maureen, I can see the presentation. What the meeting?
No. Just a minute. Let me sort out a link here.
Students, let's give Maureen some few minutes as she gets ready. Any concern?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I joined late, but my concern was on discussions. I'm not still well conversant with how discussions are formed and how they are carried out.
In your department, you're doing, you said you're doing nursing.
Yeah, BSN distance learning.
Yes, nursing, eh? Those discussions are normally created by group discussions created by the lecturer. Then the lecturer can choose to create groups. Then these groups, you place yourself to any group or another instance. The lecturer can leave the group open for you to create your own groups. You create your own groups, or the lecturer creates our own groups and places you into the specific groups. Maureen?
Maureen, are you ready for presentation?
Maureen?
Yes, hi.
Okay, go ahead, Maureen.
So we are on the Kemu homepage. Tell me what you're seeing.
There's background noise.
Yes, but are you seeing the Kemu homepage?
Yes, we can see the camera homepage.
All right, it's okay. Fine, thank you. Okay, my colleagues will just step aside in a few minutes, so don't worry. So, welcome to the library session. My name is once again Maureen Jeruto. I'm presenting from main campus. And I'll take you briefly on what happens in the library. And I'm sure by the end of the session, we'll have known a few tips here and there on how to read online, how to access our ebooks and journals, and probably The last bit will be on past papers. So there will be 3 sessions: ebooks, e-journals, and past papers only. So since we're already in the Kemo homepage, what are we going to do? We'll go to academics. We'll go to academics. Then as you scroll down, you can see library here.
Maureen, there's still background noise.
Okay, I'll ask Ken to probably, let me just close this door. All right, I'm back. I hope my background noise will go down. So here we are on the library page, and you're told, you can see there is home, there is about us, services, resources, collection, contact us, news and events, message from librarian, literature search. And under normal circumstance, we want to reach us. And you can see here, librarian, at the bottom, right-hand side, at the bottom side, we have librarian is offline. Yes, I'm offline, or we are offline, because currently I'm presenting to you. So once in a while, it may be offline, but on most occasions we are online. We are there to serve you. So you can chat with us the way you chat with your friends, and we'll respond to you on time. Then we have contact library on Ask a Librarian at kemu.ac.ke. You can also send us an email regarding your request on what you want, and we'll be able to serve you. And the user guides, we have one on ebooks access guide, we have e-journals, past papers, and APA. So for today here, we'll do ebooks, e-journals, and past papers. How do we get to ebooks now? Under quick links, we have ebooks and e-journals access, browse print books, mainly the opaque for print materials. Then we have past papers, Kemo institutional repository. So for today, I'll go to ebooks and e-journals access. I'll click on that link. It will give us a new page whereby we're supposed to log in using our registration numbers for students, and for staff members, we're going to use our staff details. Like for today, I want us to use one account, but I'm sure you have your numbers with you. An example I have is Theo, mainly for theology. No, I'll not use that one, I'll use a different one. I'll use one for BSN. BSN means nursing. So under normal circumstance, it's BSN-1-0275-2/2021. Here we are told avoid the dash and the hyphen. So I'll do BSN 1-0275-2/2021. So for kindly, the password will be the 4 digits in the middle, 0275. Username BSN-1-0275-2/2021. Password 0275. You all have your numbers, which are unique to you. So whatever your number is, the 4 digits in the middle are is your password, while the old number is your username. Now, in case you're unable to log in, that means we have not registered you. Kindly send an email to Ask a Librarian with your number, and we are going to register you correctly. So log in. It takes us to e-resources databases, and there are so many of them. So I'll start with ebooks. On the left-hand side, click on ebook.
Hello? Good. Good.
Under ebooks, we have eBrary, HS Talks, Springer, Taylor and Francis, and we have the free ones at the bottom. So for demonstration purposes today, eBrary, kindly mute. Somebody is talking in the background. Kindly mute. So today we are going to look at eBrary. Here we are. This is now our library database, where we can do a simple search. We can browse by subject, or we can do an advanced search. So today we are going to do a simple search, probably on education. So one is going to type in that search box bar, then click search, or or enter, depending on what you are using. You can define your search on the left-hand side. You can see here we have 8 books in 2021. We have 151 from 2020, 1950 from 2019. So you can define your search by clicking on the boxes. Then it will give you what you want. For now, we'll click on education, the first one. So we are seeing our textbook there on education. We have 2 options here. Option 1 is to read online. Option 2 is to download. So for us to read online, what do? Just click on read online. The same way you walk into a library and browse and get a book for yourself from the shelf is the same way you're going to download, not even download, read online. So here we are on the first page. At the where I'm pointing at currently, you can see there are so many features that pertain to this particular book. The far end gives us the next page. We are now moving on to the next page, just the same way you read a book online, physically. So it will take you from one page to the other. This one has 467 pages. So if you click on the right and back arrow, it will take you to where you want. But again, you can choose to download a full download, meaning you can download the entire book. You can also download a chapter. Then you can share, you can copy rather. But remember also, we are discouraged from copying and pasting. So probably I'll not encourage you to copy paste, but you can copy and paste to a Word document probably for your own reading. But you're limited in number of pages you can copy. You can print, that is if you are connected to a printer, but a few pages here and there, not the entire document. We have copyright issues here, so we need to adhere to the few pages that we're allowed to print. Then add to bookshelf, depending on your online bookshelf. You can add to your bookshelf there. You can share a link to your friends or to your classmates or even to your teacher. You can as well cite. We are always required to cite our work. So when you're doing your references, you need to follow the APA guide. So this, when you click on get citation, it will give you the citation of the book, and you're able to copy and paste to your work. Then we have highlighting. I remember in the past we used to highlight using a red pen. Currently you can highlight online depending on the color you will choose. You can as well make notes. This one we normally make notes on the side when we are doing our revision. So even online, you can still make notes for yourself. Then we can sell, you can add it as a bookmark so that you can revisit it later on for your own reading purposes. Then we have the zoom buttons in and out depending on your eyesight. So one can easily zoom in and zoom out. So those are the features for online reading. Now I want to go to downloading. And here I want us to be a bit keen on what happens when you want to download a particular book. So here we are on download option. To download, please sign in. Yes, you'll be taken to Kenya Methodist University sign-in page. Click continue. So I'll click continue. It will take us to a new page. It will ask, what device are you using? Are you using a laptop or a desktop, an iPad, an iPhone or an iPod, a phone or a tablet or any other? So depending on what machine you're using, and probably for those of us who are using our laptops or our phones today, I'll kindly request you to continue. Click continue. It will take you to, you will need Adobe Digital Editions. It's a software that is required for you to download books. So this is a free software and it is different from Adobe Reader. So it's a free Adobe ID. A free Adobe ID is required to transfer the book to another device. Meaning when you click on get Adobe Digital Editions, it's a software or an app that allows you to borrow as many books as you can online for a particular period of time, probably 60 days, 21 days, 15 days. Normally, when the time lapses, the borrowed book will disappear in your app. So later on, probably at your own time, you may want to proceed on getting the software, and I mean the app. As you can see, it's asking us, where are you visiting adobe.com from outside the US? Visit your original site for more relevant pricing promotions. I'll stop at that for this particular one, but I'll want you to go to your App Store or Google Play and download the app that will enable you to borrow as many books as you can online for your own revision. You will require to log in. As you continue to download, there are fields to fill. There is one for email address, and it will give you an Adobe ID where you can now proceed using your own laptop or your own tablet or phone. So basically, that's a simple search for library. I want to browse on subjects, so I want us to see, if you click on browse subjects, what do you see? Here we have the subject areas, beginning from arts all the way to science and technology. So depending on your field, you may decide not to do a search by typing in, but you can decide to look at the subject area you're looking at and probably click on it. For example, if you're doing religion, just go to religion and philosophy, click on religion, see what is there, and you can still do a search while at that particular subject area, and you narrow down to what you want. So basically, I was just trying to show you that you can browse by subject area, you can do a simple search, or you can do an advanced search where you can combine 1 or 2 words to give you what you're looking for. For example, an advanced search, you have the keyword and full text. You can choose what you want. Is it the title, the author, the publisher? So you can have 2 fields, field 1 and field 2. You refine your search and then you click search and it will give you the outcome. The download format probably could be one is PDF, and then we have the e-publication, so you can choose which one you want, but we always advise on PDF, since you can download and save it for your own use. Then you can still do the publication range here, mainly from probably 2015 to 2020, so it's you to choose what you want, depending on your area of study. So these are the features that we have on advanced search. You can browse by subject, or you can just do a simple search. So I'll close on library, and I'll go back to library again, mainly for e-journals. Remember to log out. If you see now, I'm going to log in, it will automatically take me to the page. It will not ask me to log in. So always remember to log out when you are done, but since it's your own machine, it can as well stay like that. And the e-journals are very brief articles, up to date, and they are subject oriented. So depending on your subject area, we have e-journals for you, ranging from Cochrane all the way to the free ones, which is, the last one is scientific research. For demonstration purposes today, let me just mention a word on, we have the free journals, the last ones before ebooks. Then you can look at that later on. Then we have so many, but I'll use Emerald Insight. It's a database mainly for management. We have library, information science, marketing, engineering, and computer science. So I may not use your particular journal that you are interested in, but you can do it at your own free time. But for demo purposes, I'm going to use Emerald Insight to just demonstrate to you how you can do a search and download and get to know which articles you have access to and the ones you don't have access to. So as it loads, it's telling us we need to discover. So let's discover Emerald Insight. It's giving us this particular page. So it's still loading. And once in a while, it will ask you to accept cookies. So kindly accept it. This page requires that you need to click on accept option for cookies. Kindly click on it so that you can continue with your search. So as it loads, remember to use your student number as username, and password is the 4 digits in the middle. In case you're not registered, kindly send an email address to askalibrarian@kemu.ac.ke. In case you're in Nairobi, feel free to work with the library you'll be served and even be trained further on how to access as many journals as you can. So as you can see here, we are using cookies to give you the best experience in our website. So kindly accept it, click accept. Then we can now do a search, probably on the same education in Kenya. You can browse by title, author, you can use the keyword, ISBN, document object identifier, which is DOI. Our results is about 5,000, it's over 5,000, and you can see a green tick, meaning you're able to access this particular content. If you're not able to access the content, it will give you a red circle with a cross in between, meaning to view the access options for this content, please click here. Probably you need to buy or you need to register. So at times we don't access all that we've bought online, but it will tell you have access to this content or not. Like on the right hand side here, we have access, only content I have access to or only open access. So depending on your choice, you can tick either of the two or one of the two and say content I have access to or only open access. Then when you scroll down once more, you can sort by relevance. So depending on how you want your outcome to be, you can even choose for the last probably 6 months or for the last 1 year or so. So that kind of refining is there. You can also choose by the year, probably 2015 to 2020. So for now, I'll click on the first one, which is Professional Development, Manpower, Education and Training in Information Sciences in Kenya. Here you can see there is HTML and we have the PDF. So when you do HTML, you're able to read online without the download option. But if you do PDF, it will take you to a new, you understand how PDF works. So I'll click on Professional Development, Manpower, Education and Training in Information Sciences in Kenya. It will give us a new page. Well, it's loading, so let's hold on a bit. But I'm sure for now you have an idea of what happens in e-journals and e-books. You can search as many articles as you can. So here we are. So it is giving us the option of downloading the PDF. So if I click on PDF, it will open the PDF document on a new page. That one I'm sure you're aware of, and you're able to save your work depending on the kind of folder you created or opened for your revision purposes. So we have the PDF, and you're able to download and now save it for future use. The beauty of PDFs is that you can download as many as you can, and you're able to use it at a later date. So basically that's a summary, that's just a small brief on how to access e-journals. And you can browse for more later on, depending on how your work is. So I'll close that page, I'll still close the PDF, and now go to past paper. Past paper, again, we have two ways of accessing past papers. You can just type KemuWiki, which will take you to the past papers portal. But again, I'm using the long route of going via the website, the library page. It is number 3 from quick links. The first one is ebooks, e-journals, browse print books, mainly the opaque, and then past exam papers. Once again, when you log in, it is the same content you will find under e-resources database is the third one, past papers. So when you click on it, welcome to past papers portal. And normally we upload past papers per trimester. And actually I am the one who does the uploading. So I'm assured that past papers are done on time. And you may get the latest papers as probably the last exam done. So when you're on this particular page, you're given instructions on how to go about it. Like now, how to search. Type above here at search 0 pages. If you're doing Christian beliefs, which is a common course in the university, with a course code Theo 111, you can type the following on the search box above: all : Theo, if you're using the code, space, and then 111. If you're using the title, it will just be all : Christian beliefs, and you're able to proceed. Once in a while, I've seen trouble when you do a capital A, it may not even have the answers with us. We only provide this for revision purposes. So we are searching. So it's as it loads, you can use your own course code that you have to search for many papers as you can. Here we are, our search results. If you scroll to the bottom, you can see it's all about Theo 111 Christian beliefs. So you can choose which one to open. So kindly click on the file Christian beliefs. Don't click on the image. This square white thing here, no, it should be the image of this paper, but don't click on that. Click on Christian beliefs. It will download this particular past paper for you to save and now use it at a later date for your revision purposes. And again, if you feel you can't get enough papers, you are free to send a request that we send you papers via email, mainly past exam papers at kemu.ac.ke. So we're opening one on Christian beliefs, which it did. It's in Word. Thank you so much. That's all I have. Now you can ask queries, if any.
Thank you very much, Maureen.
Welcome, Agnes.
The students, any queries for library? Any queries from the students? None, eh? You can always reach out to the library via the email that we pasted on the chat area. Ask a librarian at kemu.ac.ke. Any query from the students touching ICT, touching our department or our directorate, or touching library? I welcome final query. Just one question from the team. If no questions, a remark from the students as we wind up.
Thomas BR has raised his hand.
Thomas? Yeah, Thomas. Thomas, I can see that.
Yes.
Please
Yes.
go
Good
ahead.
evening. Okay, thank you. My query is on library. If a student need a certain book or literature to do research on it, how can a student get them from library?
Thank you for that. Normally, we respond to you if you give us, if you go to the library page, we have literature search option where you are told, fill this form, giving your details on the kind of literature you want, and we'll respond to you probably in a minimum of 3 days. We'll give you feedback. So you need to state your area of research. You give your email address, and our team here will do the search and respond to you. So there's an option for literature search immediately after a message from librarian from the website. The next one is literature search. So we'll do that for you. You can still send to ask a librarian. We will forward to the reference team and we will respond to you promptly.
Thank you.
Once more, kindly fill the form. I can see we are about 36, or even we were more than that late earlier on. I'm repasting that link for you. So if you've not filled the form, kindly fill it. Thank you.
Final remarks from the students. Then Gladys, welcome back. Gladys Ikunga, you were our student last trimester. I remember when we were training for exams for first trimester. You'll give us the closing prayer. So the students, any new student with a closing remark? Closing remark from the students, very fast. New students, you have nothing to tell us.
Okay, may I speak?
Okay, Elizabeth. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for this. Thank you very much for this orientation. I think personally I really needed this to navigate around everything and just to find my way around. So I bet my colleagues also are on the same page so that moving forward we can be in a position to study with ease. And since technology is the way to go, really, I think this is really a good platform.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. That is very encouraging to the students. And I would encourage all of us, the new students, or even the continuing, and especially the DLM, don't get lost. Communicate, talk. You feel there's something that you didn't understand, ask, talk to us. We will truly support you. The reason for that is because you're not here in the campus. You are out there working, making a life. We really encourage you to talk to us always, communicate, use that email, use our mobile numbers, and always call. Don't come at the end of the trimester and tell us, you know, I was a DLM student. You know, remember, as a DLM student, you have to follow the students' regulations, the university regulations touching on each and every student. So don't come at the end of the trimester and say, the reason I didn't do the cards, the reason why I didn't do this and that is because I am a DLM student. I don't know the lecturer, I don't know this and that because I am a DLM. Remember, you have to follow the school regulations. Thank you very much for finding time to join us. This was the last training. We've been doing this, as I mentioned at the beginning. We've been doing these sessions every week, and we will continue to build capacity on you so that your learning may be as smooth as ever. See you next time, and wish you all the best. I would, at this point, request Gladys to lead us with the closing prayer. Gladys.
Hi, Agnes.
Hi, Gladys. Welcome once more.
Thank you so much. I'm going to pray. You're going to pray. Let's pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we come before your presence this evening, Lord, thanking you for the tender care you've taken upon us. Thank you for this training. Thank you for enabling us to see the second trimester in our first year, God. As we go through our lessons, God, may you guide us and protect us in everything. As we also prepare for our exams, which is coming in August, God, be with us and guide us. And it's in Jesus' name I believe, trust, and pray.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Gladys. Wish you well in your studies. Wish you a happy public holiday tomorrow. Someone is asking whether there are classes tomorrow. It's a public holiday. There are no lectures. Thank you. See you next time.